Hello, everyone. I'm David Dault. Welcome to Shelter Radio. This is my daily attempt to create connection across social distancing. I hope that you all are doing well today, wherever you are. I hope that you have had a good week. It is Friday. I think it's the 24th of April. I woke up this morning and I did manage to get a shower. I did manage to get some work done. And now I'm going to do this. And then I have to go out into the world and run some errands. In particular, for a class that I'm teaching, I have to go to campus and pick up some books because they've opened up campus. And frankly, that terrifies me. So, this will be the first time I will have gone substantively out into the world of Chicago in about 4 weeks. It'll be the first time in more than a month that I have gone outside of my neighborhood of Hyde Park. So it's a little crazy making. So yeah. So what I do every day is I show up and I play some songs, usually about 5 or 6 songs for about a half an hour. And the whole idea of this is social distance without social indifference, to find ways to connect with people, to connect in the comments, to connect with all those kinds of things, and to make the best of a situation where we have to be isolating, sheltering in place, and particularly for those of you that don't have social contact because you're not with family, this is my intention to kind of create a space where we can gather. All right, so yesterday I did an all post-punk set. Today is going to be a couple of old favorites, a couple of my songs, and a couple of new songs. So. Climbing up on Solsbury Hill, I could see the city lights. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. Here was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. Had to listen, had no choice. I didn't. I just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home. Keeping silence, I resigned. My friends would think I was a nut, turning water into wine. Open doors would soon be shut. So I went from day to day, though my life was in a rut, till I thought of what I'd say, which connection I should cut. I was feeling part of the scenery. I walked right out of the machinery, and my heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home. Spin her net, I'm never where I wanna be. Liberty, she pirouette when I think that I am free. Watched by empty silhouettes who close their eyes but still can see. No one taught them etiquette. I was shown another me. Today I don't need a replacement. I tell them what the smile on my face meant. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, I say you can keep my things, they've come to take me home. Home, home, home. That kind of worked. All right. It doesn't quite have Tony Levin's bass line, but then again, you know, I'm way too fuzzy to be Tony Levin, I guess. So, yeah. All right. That's a nice start. Okay. I'm glad that some folks are here. Hello, everybody. Here we are in a room full of strangers, standing in the light where our eyes couldn't see me. Well, I had to follow you, though you did not want me to. That won't stop my loving you. I can't find the way, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them love songs, singing them straight to the heart songs, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them sweet sounds to that crazy, crazy town in a place. There are so many others standing in the line. How long will they come between us? Well, I had to follow you, though you did not want me to. That won't stop my loving you. I can't find the way, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them love songs, singing them straight to the heart songs, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them sweet sounds to that crazy, crazy town. I will wait, even if it takes a lifetime, I will wait. Somehow it feels inside you never really left my side. Make it like it was before, even if it takes a lifetime, takes a lifetime. Blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them love songs, singing them straight to the heart songs, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them sweet sounds to that crazy, crazy town, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them love songs, singing them straight to the heart songs, and all on the nights on Broadway, singing them sweet sounds to that crazy, crazy town. Oh, terrible. Nevertheless, awesome. Terrible, but awesome. I mean, Bee Gees, right? Bee Gees. Barry, Maurice, Robin, Gibb. Yeah, it's a disco love fest here on Shelter Radio. All right. So if you're looking for stuff to do and And this is not enough for you. Please do check out Zach Zaya's Poetry Lockdown, CZAIA, 4 p.m. Central Time every day. He does a poem or two, and then he interprets them. So that's Zach Zaya's Poetry Lockdown. Also, please, at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, check out Matt Springer's Quarantine Cabaret. And that's Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central Time. All over the map in terms of schedule, of course, is Kimono My House. It's a Facebook group that basically is set up like a club, and they have an entire schedule of shows, usually an hour long. They're also trying to get some stand-up comedy involved in addition to the music. But I'm a big fan of Kimono My House. Kimono, Kimono, like the Japanese bathrobe. Please do check out Leo Huang, Hwang. He doesn't have a set schedule, but he shows up on Facebook Live and does intermittent awesomeness. So please do check him out doing solo guitar. And tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, my friend Rahuldeep Gill is gonna do his ongoing Instagram talk show, Deep in This, where he interviews activists and artists about how they're holding it together during the pandemic. So that's all stuff that can be done in addition to this nonsense. You live beneath another star. You are pretending love is worth waiting for. You always breathe another air. Those rivers in the distance must be leading somewhere. Heat wave, heat wave. Why is it rolling down on the young and foolish? Heat wave, heat wave. Are we rich or poor? Does it matter anymore? Heat wave. Can this be all we will desire? Straw houses in the promised land. Why is it time for taking sides when all I say and do is take too many chances? Heat wave, heat wave. Why is it rolling down on the young and foolish? Heat wave, heat wave. Are we rich or poor? Does it matter anymore? Heat wave. Will I tell you? Will you listen? If I tell you, what will happen? Heat wave, heat wave. Why is it rolling down on the young and foolish? Heat wave, heat wave. I love that song. It's just such a good song, and I play it so differently than the original version. The original version is just I don't. It's not often you get to use the word painterly, but the original version is painterly. It paints a beautiful picture in your mind with all the sounds that they use. This was the time in the 1980s when I don't know if you remember back to that old band Yes, and when Yes came out with the album 90125 and Trevor Horn got involved in like throwing everything in the kitchen sink at the production. It's that same kind of approach in the Blue Nile's first album, A Walk Across the Rooftops, except it's tasteful. Whereas 90125 and Frankie Goes to Hollywood were kind of over the top. Everything in the Blue Nile's first album works and works beautifully. It's just a magnificent piece of art, and I'm such a fan. And yeah, so I love to play that song, even if I play it completely differently than the original. Puzzle out what is missing, tripping over a piece of sky, with a ghost for the giving and a living swig of my oh my. And I've never seen the likes. Don't you let it pass you twice, no sir. Wrote it down in a letter, I sent it off to who knows where. Up above, twinkle, twinkle, coming close, I gotta stop and stare. And I'll hum your favorite song, just to hear you sing along. What I got in mind is wasting time with you. There's 100 walls to climb. If we lay here, that's just fine. What I got in mind is wasting time with you. With you. Woo. Alrighty then. Helps if I actually have the capo on the right strings. There we go. All right. So in 1993, I moved to Atlanta and did not have a job because I had a degree in philosophy and no one was hiring philosophers. And what are you going to do with that? So I spent a lot of time riding the train that goes north and south and east and west like a crisscross against the center point of Atlanta, which is 5 Point Station. And so I'd ride into 5 Point Station from the east and I'd head west. And then I'd ride into 5 Point Station from the west and head north. And I'd ride into 5 Point Station from the north and head south. And occasionally I'd get off and stop and get off, rather. Because I guess if you get off of a train while it's moving, you'll stop, but not the way that you want to. But I'd stop and get off and explore different parts of the city. And one day I went to the High Museum of Art, and they were having a free day, so I got a chance to go up to the 4th floor, the quarter story, if you will. And I had a chance to see the photography of Ralph Eugene Meatyard, and it blew my mind, and it changed the way that I think about a lot of things. And wrote a bunch of notes in a notebook that I was carrying with me. And then later on, I had this riff that was in my head, and I was playing it one day, and it kind of went like this. I really liked it, and I started thinking, well, what were some words that would go with this? And I was casting around for everything, because like then, like now, I have writer's block. And so I was looking at words that I wrote in the past, and I came across that notebook. And the words kind of seemed to fit, and they went like this. Lucy Bell wears a dress of pretty printed pattern gingham and a mask. It's indistinct, and though her eyes hold many whisperings and secrets, I don't ask. It's a quarter story novel that's been marked down to a dime, and I will walk its floorboards just to pass the time. Ralph Eugene is growing thin, but he doesn't seem to notice or to mind. He's got a box with a lid in it. He saves all the moments he can find, and laughter adds some color to his monochrome paint. As we sit up on the stairway, all our faces look the same. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Holy man counts the time, 'cause he knows all the hands I've broken off the clock. Lucy Bell winks and smiles, 'cause she has found another moment for his box. Laughter frames the picture with a silent refrain. As we stare out of this window, all our faces look the same. You all are very kind to be so patient with my nonsense today. Thank you. Well, the fight to make ends meet puts a man upon his feet, holding down his job, trying to prove he can't be bought. Takes every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people, make the world go round. Someone's looking for relief in his duty to a king or to a creed, protecting what he feels is right, fights against wrong with his life. There ain't no profit in deceit. Honest men know that revenge does not taste sweet. Whether yellow, black, or white, each and every man's the same inside. Takes every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people, make the world go round. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You know love's the only goal to bring peace to any soul. And every man's the same. He wants the sunshine in his name. It's every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people, make the world go round, yeah. Every kind of people, make what life's about, yeah. Every kind of people, make the world go round. Hey, thank you for being my people, and thank you for showing up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for doing all the little and big things that you do to care for others in this weird, weird time that we're all in. Thank you especially for staying where you are, for sheltering in place, and for helping to flatten the curve. You're doing that not just for your loved ones, but for the least of these, the most vulnerable among us. And that's some of the most important work that we can do. I'm happy to show up here every day and to help to give you a reason to stay inside. I hope that you find ways to share your talents and your brilliance with each other so that we are all caring for one another during this really, really weird time. I cannot wait until all of this is over and we get a chance to see each other face to face in broad daylight. We can smile at one another. We can clasp hands. We can embrace. We can tell each other we're okay and we made it. But until then, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm proud of you. Thanks.